I don't know though. He's been there a little too long by himself now, Fallout.
Yeah, that's interesting. If he gets pushed 2v1, that's exactly right. That's what's gonna happen. Liquid Stretch gonna get pushed 2v1. And one thing I noticed in Fortnite, players are so mechanically gifted, but there's just so many simple things of team-based Fortnite that are not followed. Any team-based esport, you want to take your numbers. You never want to fight 1v2. It's a simple concept, and it's, for some reason, Stretch is just going to get taken out completely alone with the split drop.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Commandment.
Goodbye.
One weapon, right? Just one weapon. The bad time to rotate in is just not good.
Meanwhile, the Reet countdown to 100 limbs counter is 8 away. So hopefully we can jump on board with Reet and see. But wow, look at that shot gonna come through. Beauty coming through from Pure's very own. One member down, it's Glace. Daddy Salvo cleans it up. Now it's 2 versus 1. Reloading that new shotgun. And that doesn't even need to use it. It's all Salvo all day on that last elimination. Great job over in Pleasant Park.
This thing is deadly. Oh no.
Ooh. Yeah, and the mats you get too. Over in the skate park. Max mats when you leave, great loot, and of course the fishing capabilities, it's just nuts. Bank's gonna get taken out by Naka. This is the second time in a row, I believe. Now Gonzo trying to keep himself alive. Goodbye and good night, says Naka. 2 times in a row they get taken out by this duo.
There it is.
Yeah, this is their opportunity. Easy pickings for them if they can position themselves well, but keep in mind 40R Storm is able to heal back up. Falconer's a little tagged, obviously from the storm. They're all gonna be tagged. Look at this. That's what you do though. This feels like a scary movie. You just see people crawling around and all of a sudden Falconer pops out and scares you half to death and then uses the shock to get high ground. Goodbye, Thomas. Greedy. That will happen. And now 40R Storm is looking to take out a Nas unless the Nas can clutch 1v2.
Yeah, unfortunate because they thought they were slick, right? Like just sticking around, trying to sneak up, and Falconer turns that corner with the jump scare pump shot, and now Anas has to clutch it by himself. It's not looking too hot for him. This should be a quick wrap up here. Remember, the clock's ticking, right?
Yeah, 40R Storm and Falconer don't have time to waste. So they're going to have to waste mats, though. And now Anas is going to try and get out. Not going to have the reboot, obviously. Going to heal up with the med kit. So in terms of meds, I see Falconer with nothing. We know 40R Storm just spawned. So I think actually Anas might be able to outlast him. I think this is a wise decision for Anas. Going all in on the fact that 40R Storm just used his last meds, I think, and trying to continue to fight this. He wants a reboot, especially coming from Europe. You're not going to be able to clutch 1v2. You got to get your teammate back.
Yeah, Falconer's sitting there, right? He's just waiting on the card here to see if Anas is going to swing back around. I think they're kind of feeling at this point, hey, man, maybe this tournament's gone because of those first 2 rounds. So they're willing to play the full grief mode here. So this is going to be a drawn-out fight. They know it's the EU boy as well, so he's probably going to stick around here. There you have it.
Yeah.
Late in the night, it's how it kind of goes.
It is, yeah. Hey, well, it's been how it's going. That was how it was going for Falconer and 40R Storm for a long time. Finally, they get something going their way. So we thought this would be just another game where they don't do well just because of the fact that Storm got taken out early. Well, they're back, and they're actually, obviously with a long rotation to make and 1 med kit only, I believe, for Falconer. It's still not a great situation, but at least they're alive. And unfortunately, it makes me sad because I wanted to be right.
I was going to say, I like how you called and then you started like leaning into Vel and then you went back.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't commit. I'm non-committal, all right? Listen, I'm wishy-washy, non-committal, just like how I choose my cereal in the morning.
There you go.
It's like, do I want Honey Nut Cheerios or Captain Crunch? Like, do I want to go a little healthy or just completely overload sugar? But sometimes it's like, Raisin Bran or Honey Nut Cheerios, 2 healthy options. And 9 out of 10 times I go with Raisin Bran.
Ooh, let's see what Skittles gonna choose here. He's gonna choose Acorn in this instance.
I like Skittles. Skittles cereal is actually my favorite.
Imagine.
Bro, that'd be so bad. Yo, what are the odds that if Skittles wins this game? How about this? If Skittles wins this game,
it's all there. That was actually a nice little tech play by Skittles. I never quite realized that while you were going down and sinking into the sand, you can make an edit simultaneously to kind of not give away the play and allow them to exit out safely. So pretty dope. Look at this. We got some sand buddies on the rotate here. Arkram was just nearby. Avery and Skittles, and no, Skittles with a terribly timed exit out of the sand dune, and this is looking like it's all over here. Sorry guys, we won't be eating a bowl of Skittles for no videos anytime soon as he gets absolutely deleted out the lobby.
Yeah, good guy Nani. And Trap with some good long-range shots. Stabsy not looking to be in a good spot. They're both going to get taken out. So, good guy Nani hasn't had the best last 2 games. I think got taken out mid-game last game and mid-game game number 1. Well, guess what? They have Vert and Symmetrical in their sights here. Popping off with 2 limbs at the top left of your screen. Macon gets 1. Keep a close eye here as we have teams like Macon, Alucard, who've been consistent. They got 7th in the semis. They've been top 5 throughout. Can they have a pop-off game, though, to try and narrow the gap with Arkham and Reet, or will Arkham and Reet continue to roll? So far, so good. Spegu, Ragu, Beef. See what he can do right here to try and turn this one around into 1 versus 2. It's not looking good.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and box him out, and
Goodbye.
there it is. Spegu falls quick and easy for Arkham here, who gets the refresher as well. That's going to completely cap him off on the material. And look, this tunnel is already there, so not only did they pull zone favor, they're finding refreshers in the mix here.
Yeah, that was helpful. And refresh is needed. An impact frag and half in, half out, crucial, as they're now in circle. So this is going to be interesting. Reet and Arkham, again, well positioned. I don't see a Rift Fish in their inventory, though, so I don't know if they'll have the easy rotation, or the, not rotation, for the moving circles, or the easy high ground take. We'll see how they play this. Adger's going to take out Dev. So Adger's still alive in this one. On board of C9's Avery, playing alongside Skittles, who did get taken out, but I said if they win the game, you know, Avery, can Avery represent and make us eat Skittles? Who knows?
Let's see here. Avery does have to still put up, man. This legendary pump, you don't really get to see the legendary charge that often. We talk about how rare they are. Oh, yes, the damage can carry down range. Moni gets bodied there. He needs that loot so desperately. Look, 39 builds for wood there and 9 for brick. He's in such a desperate situation now.
Yeah. Looking bleak right now for Avery. Only 92 points, which is obviously nothing in the top 20, so not in a horrible spot. And we got a variety of teams. Scented still alive. You see Scented on your screen. OMG Me right nearby. And look at his neighbors splashing OMG Me quite literally next door. They're hugging each other right now.
Yeah, remember, Avery doesn't have that dual partner to really tap into those excessive materials, right? So, you know, as a solo in these final moments to be low on mats, it's an even bigger deal, right? It's a much bigger deal because you don't have anyone to lean on. Arkham and Retha right in the middle of the entire battle here. FaZe Bizzle, Fury is still alive now in the running. Macon is going to go ahead and pop that Rift to go fish as well, and up they go. So now the real end game begins of Fortnite.
Yeah, this is the crazy last game. Or end game, sorry. This is what we mentioned when we say that roller coaster analogy. The final drop, it all comes down to this last fight as the rotations, as the tarping is going to come through. And of course, Bizzle is going to come through with a couple eliminations. We know what Bizzle's capable of in these late games. We all have seen him do it time and time again. It's going to be a biome towards the sand side of the map here, so mobility will be interesting. Extras Caleb gets pick on Squish. Avery trying to survive, and nope, goodbye. Tagged up quite a bit here. I think it's going to be looking bleak. Jay Roses gets one as well.
7 HP above the surge, and somehow he does live to see just a little bit more, but it's not going to be enough here. Now with Reet and Arkham, though, in the low ground, not even playing for height just yet. When they can, we did see their shockwaves in the inventory before. Looking for another frag here, though. Only a single elimination, but it's these moments, right? It's these moments when they really start to turn up now and find those weakened players, and this is why they play on the low ground.
Yeah, smart decision. And now on board with Reet. Falconer got one. But can they continue to dominate? Arkham and Reet came into this lobby with a clear first place finish. If they have another pop-off game, top 3 finish here, I gotta think it's over for the competition. They're just gonna be so far ahead, and they're playing so consistent, and they're getting sweaty sands to themselves. So someone has to take them out, and someone has to do it quick. Nanu's gonna get taken out. Speaking of which, is Macon currently has high ground with that Rift Fish. Reet and Co. just gonna be tunneling their way into zone because they don't have necessarily the loadout shockwave launchers or rifts to get to high ground.
Yeah, and on height, it's Dejan and Agers, right? They've had so many grand final appearances here, too, so they have to do something well with that high ground. Can they walk their way to a free elimination or a free victory royale here? For the most part, though, I mean, I'm watching the feed light up. They're already finding some Agers, literally finding frags. Aiden, a third, he's going to find one, too, in this low ground as well. He's down a member, it seems. No, his boys actually has a slither of HP. Cooper doesn't have much to work with, but they're still trying to stay alive.
Yeah, Energy Epic Whale gets taken out. Teammate of Rex, they dominated the semifinals. They won the last NA West tournament. Question is, can they win this one? And we do know that the winner, the leader right now, is Arkham and Reet. Well, they played really, really well in NA East just last week. Can they repeat, though? No, they're going to get tagged up. Reet's going to go down, actually. This could be a game changer. This could open up the door for another team in the top 10. And it looks like they will go down. Goodbye and out as Arkham and Reet. So now, teams like Aiden with 132 points have an opportunity here, playing alongside X Cooper. Or is it players like Furious and Bizzle or Macon and Alucard who can do it? We know how good Bizzle is in these late games of holding high ground. As I say that, Rise gets taken out by 8 and they continue to rise.
Yeah, definitely in the Siphon. Much needed there. Gives him a couple more ticks to stay alive here now. 50 HP, though. The clock is ticking on high ground. Dejan and Agers is still there. And look at this mess of a build down low. Looks like Cease is by himself as well. Blake, that exchange was definitely worth it. It gets them so far, but is it going to be enough now?
Vel, the 13 cursed, is not alive. Vel is still alive and well. How did he make it to the late game? I don't know. Vel continues to perform. I've been so impressed by his performance. Bizzle's going to get a pick. Nice job from Bizzle, but it's going to be dead to Dejan, who has high ground in the end. Furious gets one on Aiden, so Aiden will be out of this. Furious and Bizzle on low ground. Dejan on high ground. Just holding it, maintaining as Agers currently just a force to be reckoned with on the mid ground. Scented goes down. Furious gets tagged up as well. AV gets tagged by Alucard. That's big as Alucard is in the top 3.
So important for Dejan not to take any HP ticks here. Remember, he has the flopper in the health advantage, and luckily, again, he doesn't have to lean into it, but a free victory out for the high ground hold. Cease, though, impressive, alongside Bizzle with those endgame follow-ups.
They are still in first place, but that lead is dwindling down. 28 points separates them from second place, as you guys just said. It's Macon and Alucard representing CLG. Furious and FaZe Bizzle, after that incredible performance and 8 eliminations in their second place finish, is currently in third place right now with 172 points.